Hello friends, my name is Madhuri Nanaji Vidhate. My roll number is 12. I am from SYT BTech. My topic name is IP operation. So first question arises in our mind, what is IP? The internet protocol is the method or protocol by which data is sent from one computer to another on the internet. Each computer on the internet has at least one IP addresses that uniquely identifies it from all other computers on the internet. IP protocol stands for the Internet Protocol. It is host-to-host network layer delivery protocol designed for the internet. It is connectionless datagram protocol. It is unreliable protocol because it does not provide any error or flow control. Then there are three ways a machine can be uniquely identified in the network. First is the system name that we know needs to be unique in the world. For example, abc@gmail.com. Second one is the MAC address. All we know that all our PCs, laptops have the physical addresses which is defined by the manufacturer and which is unique in the world. And then is the IP address which is called logical address, generally of two types, IPv4 and IPv6. So now let's study the IPv4 and IPv6 header format in more detail. First is the IPv4 header format. It is of 32 bits. It consists of 14 fields, out of which last field is the optional field, that is option field. So version, it is of 4 bits. Header length is of 4 bits. And then types of services or different services is of 8 bits. Total length 16 bits. Identifier 16 bits. Flags 3 bits. Fragment offset 13 bits. Time to live 8 bits. Protocol 8 bits. Header checksum 16 bits. Source address 32 bits. Destination address 32 bits. Option 24 bits. Padding 8 fields in all this. Then IPv4 header format consists of 14 bit fields, of which 13 are required. The 14th field is optional named options. The IPv4 packet header consists of 20 bytes of data. First is the version field. Here in this diagram you can see this is a version field. It is of 4 bit. It indicates the format of the internet header, identifies the version to which the packet belongs. This field defines the version of IP. It is static 4-bit values. Then is the header length. Here in this diagram you can see header length. Header length field, it specifies the size of header. This also coincides with the offset to the data. It defines the length of datagram header. Then the type of service used. This is the type of service used, which is of 8 bits. It tells the network how to treat the IP packet, now known as a differentiated service code point. The TOS field is used to carry information to provide quality of service features. Then is the total length. Here is the total length field, which is of 16 bits, defines the entire datagram size including header and data in bytes. Minimum length datagram is 20 bytes, 20 byte header plus 0 bytes data. The maximum is 65,535 bytes, the maximum value of a 16-bit word. Then fifth one is the identification, primarily used for uniquely identify fragments of an original IP datagram. It resembles the packet at the destination. Here you can see the identifier field, then which is of 16 bits, then the flags which is of 3 bits. It follows and is used to control or identify a fragment. They are in order from high order to low order. First is bit 0, reserve must be 0. Second, bit 1 don't fragment, DF. Bit 2 more fragments, MF. First let's see the don't fragment, what it is. Sets the don't fragment bit in sent packets. When an IP datagram has its DF flag set, intermediate devices are not allowed to fragment it. So if it needs to travel across the network with the MTU, what MTU means, maximum transmission unit, smaller that datagram length, the datagram will have to be dropped. Next is the more fragments. Sets the more fragments bit in sent packets. The MF flag is set to indicate the receiver that the current datagram is a fragment of some larger datagram. When set to 0, it indicates that the current datagram is either the last fragment in the set or that it is the only fragment. Then is the fragment offset. It is measured in units of 8-byte blocks. It resembles the processes at the destination. 13-bit long and specifies the offset of a particular fragment relative to the beginning of the original unfragmented IP datagram. The first fragment has an offset of 0. Here you can see the fragment offset. Then time to live. What is meant by the time to live? It tells the network how long an IP packet can exist in a network before it is destroyed. It is of 8-bit. 8-bit field indicates the maximum time the datagram is allowed to remain in the network system. If this field contains the value 0, then the datagram must be destroyed. Here is the time to live field, which is of 8 bits. Then the protocol defines the protocol using the data portion of the IP datagram. That is, defines the type of protocol being used, for example UDP or TCP. The internet assigned numbers. Authority maintains a list of IP protocols. Here you can see the protocol field. Then the header checksum. Header checksum is of 16-bit, used for error checking of the header. Indicates error in header only. Then at each hop, the checksum of the header must be compared to the value of this field. If a header checksum is found to be mismatched, then the packet is discarded. Errors in data field must be handled by encapsulated protocol. UDP and TCP have the header checksum field. Then the source address. Source address is of 32 bits, which tells the addresses of the source. Then sets the source IP address. Specify a custom IP address used as source IP address in send packets. Destination address. It is of 32 bits, which gives the address of the destination to which the IP packets must have to be the sent. Then, as with the source address, this may be changed in transit by network address, translation device. Options. It is not normally used, but when used, the IP header length will be greater than 5 32-bit words to indicate the size of the option field. Here you can see the option protocol field, header checksum, source address, destination address, and then the option field. Padding. Variable size bit field. These bits are used to ensure a 32-bit boundary for the header is achieved. Network testing and debugging are done in the option, already done in the padding. Then let's study the IPv4 header format in detail. IPv4 header format consists of 128 bits. It has 8 fields. Here you can see version field is of 4 bits. Then traffic class 8 bits. Flow label is of 20 bits. Then payload length, which is of 16 bits. Next, header is of 8 bits. Hop limit 8 bits. Source IP address 128 bits. Destination IP address 128 bits. Then IPv6 header format. First is the version. This version is similar to the IPv4 version field. The size is 4 bits. It shows the version of IP and is set to 630. This field defines the version of IP. It is static 4-bit value. Then the traffic class. The size is 8 bits. Similar to the IPv4 type of service field. Indicates the IPv6 packets class or priority. Then the flow label. The size is 20 bits. Provide additional support for real-time datagram delivery and quality of service features. Its purpose is to indicate that this packet belongs to a specific sequence of packets between a source and destination and can be used to prioritize delivery of packets for services like voice. Then is payload length. The size is 16 bits. Shows the length of IPv6 payload including the extension headers and the upper layer protocol data. Here in this diagram you can see version field, traffic class, flow label, payload length. Now the next header. The size is 8 bits. Shows either the type of first extension or the protocol in the upper layer such as TCP, UDP or ICMPv4. There is the hop limit. The size is 8 bits. Shows the maximum number of routers the IPv6 packet can travel. Similar to IPv6 time to live field. Typically used by distance vector routing protocols like routing information protocol to prevent layer 3 loops. Routing information protocol uses the hop limit. Here you can see the hop limit. Then the source address. Source address is of 128 bits. It gives the addresses of the source IP packet. shows the IPv6 address of the source of the packet. Then destination address, it is of 128 bits, shows the shows the address of destination IP packet. Then we have studied the IPv4 and IPv6 header format in detail. Now let's study what are the differences between IPv4 and IPv6 header. Difference between IPv4 and IPv6 header. Following are the main differences and comparison between IPv4 header and IPv6 header. IPv6 header is much simpler than IPv4 header. The size of IPv6 header is much bigger than that of IPv4 header, because IPv4 header is of 32 bits and the IPv6 header is of 128 bits. Then in IPv4 header, the source and destination IPv4 address are of 32-bit binary numbers. In IPv6 header, source and destination addresses are 128-bit binary numbers. IPv6 header includes space for IPv4 options. In IPv6 header, we have similar features known as extension header. IPv4 datagram headers are normally 20 byte in the length, but we can include IPv4 options values also along with an IPv4 header. In IPv6 header, we do not have options but have extension headers. The field in the IPv4 header such as IHL internet header length identification flags are not present in IPv6 header. Time to live TTL, a field in IPv4 header typically used for preventing routing loops, is renamed to its exact meaning, hop limit. Thank you. If you like my video, please do comment or subscribe our channel.